Welcome everybody to a review slash recap of NXT TakeOver Dallas for the G&T show. By the way, I will spoil the endings of the matches, so if you don't want to listen or you want to know, go watch NXT TakeOver and then come back. Remember to subscribe to our channel. We're getting back into the group, so we appreciate your support. Let's talk about TakeOver. First of all, the pre-show, Apollo versus Samson was moved here. I understand it based on what happened on the actual main card because this match was nothing special. Apollo Crews beat Elias Sampson in Elias Sampson's best match, but no such luck for Apollo. I mean, this is not one of his best matches. Ultimately, I think Apollo will be fine with this victory because some people are going to be leaving NXT soon, and spots in higher in the card will open up, and he will have his chance to show what he has. Let's talk about the actual card. First of all, tag team title match. The champions, The Revival versus American Alpha. First of all, so much chemistry between these two teams. They know each other so well. So many ins and outs in their matches. It was really impressive. I want to throw out there that Dash and Dawson, amazing heel work. They were taking advantage of the fight count, thumb to the eye, preventing them from Chad Gable and Jason Jordan from tagging in and out. It was amazing work. I was really impressed. I'm not the biggest Dash and Dawson fan, but this match really solidified it for me that they're one of the best tag teams in the world. Ultimately, new champs were crowned on this evening. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable were able to overcome and actually pin the champions, and now brand new tag team champions. They deserve every bit of the pop that they got from the crowd. Jason Jordan was crying at one point, really special moment, and it set up for an amazing night down the line. Let's talk about Baron Corbin versus Austin Aries. Once again, I want to give a quick shout out to the heel in this match, Baron Corbin. In the last year alone, he's progressed so much. I am really a big fan of his work. The little things, the psychology aspect of it, berating the crowd, his opponent, his facial expressions, he's actually getting it. So I'm enjoying what he's doing and the way he's being built up. I wouldn't mind if he was challenging for the world title, the NXT world title at the next TakeOver. Great stuff from him. They both look strong in the ending. It was a fluke victory by Austin Aries. He was behind the whole match, and ultimately he caught Baron Corbin in a counter to the end of days. 1, 2, 3. They both look strong, and like I said, in this outcome, and it opens the door for a rematch because it was experience and a fluke that got Austin Aries his way. So ultimately, I want to see them go fully at it and just leave everything in the ring. So definitely want a rematch of that match. Let's move on to, in my opinion, the best match of the card. Probably one of the best matches of the year. Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. Oh, this match was so good. First of all, that entrance, that music, amazing. We've heard rumors that about the charisma, the showmanship that Nakamura has. I've never seen him wrestle before. I heard big things from everybody around me that knows who he is, and damn, I'm definitely impressed. Just his whole entrance, instantly one of the best entrances in the NXT universe. Loved every second of it. Also, his charisma and how much of a showman he is, I just love it. Somebody was texting me, he's the most Michael Jackson that an Asian person can be. Kind of racist, but it made me chuckle a bit. Also, let's continue. As far as the match itself, it started hot and it stayed hot the whole night. It was stiff as fuck. I mean, this match just had so many kicks to the face. Both faces were getting kicked left and right, and I loved it. It was also, I think, the longest match of the card by far. It was an amazing back and forth. Moves that I've never seen before. Knees to the face, knees to the back, knees to the neck. Damn. They were kicking the hell out of each other. At the end, we saw Nakamura win by pinfall. Nothing to be ashamed of Sami Zayn. These two went to town and they delivered a war. And either man could have won. Obviously, Nakamura won. It was his debut, his big chance to show the Western world. I know he's very famous in Japan, but some people here haven't seen him wrestle ever. So it was a great debut for new viewers like myself. So instantly one of the biggest faces in the roster. Also, I want to talk about the ending after the handshake that we saw. It felt like a goodbye for Sami Zayn. He was sad, going, like this all the way to the back, and I just feel like this is it for Sami. I think he stays on the main roster for good, starting WrestleMania, which is fine. He's done his job in NXT, but it's still sad because he's one of the big faces that NXT had. Let's talk about the women's title match. Gosh damn, this match was amazing. a little trouble in the beginning. The crowd was obviously spent after Nakamura Zayn, and they were quiet through the beginning. I mean, they gave their big pops for the entrances, but you could tell that some people were tired. I don't know what I expected, but since I love Bayley and I love Asuka, my expectations were so high that this probably wasn't the best women's match ever. Wasn't the best match I think I've seen out of any of these two women, but it was an amazing match nonetheless. But somehow I feel letdown is not the correct word, but it's the closest that I can use to describe the situation, because I don't know, something felt off, or maybe the first time, since it's the first time these two are meeting in the ring. Maybe it was that they need to go at it a few more times to click. But I don't know. Like I said, amazing match, but I feel like it could have been better. They didn't reach that level that I thought Bayley, Asuka for the first time could have gotten. Let's talk about Bayley, brand new strategy. I mean, I know that she submitted Nia Jax in London, but it was very, very good and very interesting to see him actually targeting the legs, because she knew how dangerous Asuka was with the kicks. Asuka also struggled. Nice evolution, nice psychology. Asuka is facing the very best, the champ at that time. Spoiler alert, Bayley lost, Asuka won. But Bayley was attacking the legs, and Asuka was having trouble standing up. Kicking. It was interesting and actually good psychology that Asuka was struggling so much, because Bayley was taking away her weapons and also her movement. So good psychology there. Good back and forth. Once those two got really into it, the crowd fully woke up and they started just cheering for their favorite. I think Bayley was a little bit more popular than Asuka. I heard a few boos for Asuka, but everybody loves Bayley, let's be honest. But like I said, I was pulling for Asuka the entire night. What else? Oh yeah, also another match was very physical. Asuka, I think, one or two times, I think she went a little stiff with Bayley, but ultimately both women look great here. The ending of the match came with the Asuka lock. Bayley did not tap. She did not get pinned. She passed out in the lock, and thus we have a new champion. Interesting thing. Some people are telling me, that Asuka on her way out didn't shake Bayley's hand. I actually believe that's the correct approach for the character. Asuka's just an ass kicker. She isn't really big on respect. I mean, I know that she has respect for the sport, but we've never seen her shake hands or with any of her previous opponents. So I'm glad that they, kept it consistent. Finally, some people are asking, is Bayley done? Is she done with NXT? I don't think so. I think we're going to see the rematch one more time, at least on the next TakeOver, which is 2 months from now. And then she's going to probably go to the main roster. I wouldn't be surprised if she pulls Sasha Banks. She debuts on the Raw after WrestleMania. And then we see her both, NXT and the main roster until the next TakeOver. Like I said, maybe she's not even going to the main roster until later. But I think we have one more Asuka versus Bayley match for us. And now let's talk about the main event, Balor versus Joe. First of all, I had no idea where this was going. I asked some people what their predictions were. Majority of people, by a lot, said Samoa Joe was winning. I actually said Finn Balor was gonna be victorious. I'm glad I'm right. But if I had been wrong, I wouldn't have minded, because they both are amazing competitors. First of all, let's talk about Finn. He's stealing the chainsaw from Dean Ambrose. Probably Dean Ambrose is probably all over Dallas, worried sick, looking for his chainsaw. Amazing entrance as always for both competitors. I love the attitude that Joe put out when he first got out. Stepping strong. He's going into a title match. He is going to win that title. Loved it. Finn Balor. You've seen his entrance. You know how amazing it is. The problem with this match was the beginning and middle. Joe got a cut after headbutting Finn, and he just started pouring blood. I mean, this referee and the doctors definitely stopped this match like 5 times. The crowd hated it. It stopped the whole flow of the match, the momentum. I understand why they did it, but like I said, it killed the momentum of the match for the half and the start of the match. So I understand it, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. The crowd, like I said, was booing. Good back and forth when the doctors just stopped, let him wrestle. Give him 10 more minutes, because I think after they stopped, treating the wound in 10 minutes until the end of the match, it kept bleeding a little, but it was, manageable now. Back and forth. We saw them in London, and then the ending comes. We saw coup de grace, which we almost get a Bloody Sunday, which is named 1916 now, I think. But then the Kojima clutch, and Finn Balor just pushes with his legs off from the turnbuckle, and pinfall, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Samoa Joe losing out of nowhere with a pinfall, and then leaves. I thought he was going to come back and attack Finn, and somebody else was going to debut, kind of like what they did with Samoa Joe debuting to save Sami Zayn from Kevin Owens. But I don't know, because they took so long. I thought somebody was going to come out, or Samoa Joe was going to attack Finn. But that's it. Are Joe and Finn done? I think so. I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if we saw it one more time. Mauro Ranallo was talking about a trilogy on the pre-show. I would like to see this 2 go one more time, but from what I got from the vibe, I don't think we're going to see it. I think this is done. We're going to concentrate on a new number 1 contender for Finn of the next TakeOver. I don't know who it is yet. They didn't really give us any hints. Maybe Nakamura, maybe Aries, maybe some of the new guys. I saw Bobby Roode out there, Kira Ibushi. Maybe there are going to be contenders coming into NXT. We're going to have one of those famous, this is the signing of the hottest free agent in wrestling speeches that we get from Regal every month or so. So maybe we're going to have a new number 1 contender that we've never heard about. Maybe. Ultimately, I think this TakeOver is up there with Brooklyn. It was really that good. I mean, American Alpha, obviously a highlight. Corbin, Austin, Aries was good, but after, sandwich in between the tag team title match and Nakamura Zayn, he got lost. Asuka versus Bayley was important because it was the first time these 2 women were meeting, and the result, we got a new champ. And then the ending with Balor Joe. Ultimately, obviously, their first encounter was better because, the cut didn't stop the match on London, and it was longer. This match felt short for some reason. I don't know if it actually was short or not, but it felt short. What do you guys think? Like I said, favorite match was Nakamura Zayn. Then I would say the women's match, then Balor Joe, then American Alpha versus the Revival, and then Corbin, Asuka, Aries. But they're all good matches. All good to great matches, but that's the ranking I'm using. What do you guys think? What was your favorite match, favorite moment? What do you think it's next? Who's challenging who? Who's fighting who? Let us know in the comment section below. Tony, by the way, is going to watch TakeOver tomorrow. I'll probably get a short review out of him when we're done, because he's never seen NXT. He's seen things here and there, but this is the first big show that he's seen, so I'll probably get a review out of him tomorrow. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Like I said, guys, remember to subscribe, like this video, share it, and that's pretty much it. Bye.